We're at the butterfly house at Norfolk Botanical Garden, and my hurt little black swallowtail butterfly is getting ready to have a new home. Where he'll be safe. Come here, baby. It's hard to videotape and help a butterfly at the same time. But look at his home. With all the butterflies, and he'll be caged in, but be able to fly without cats getting him or cars hitting him. And he'll stay in here until October, and then they set him free. But I was told to talk to Lauren, which is right there in the blue, that she has a butterfly hospital here. I'm so thrilled. It's hard to let him go, but I know that he will be safe. There he is, still on my hand, with my black knight butterfly bush. He can still fly, but short distances and low. And he did lose a leg on my finger today. I noticed a little teeny one. He's got his major big ones, so hopefully he'll be okay. Look at all the butterflies flying around. It's so cool in here. This is where I came to learn a bit last year and got into butterflies after I took my master gardening class. Because some of our projects for volunteer work was to volunteer in here, which I didn't do because it was very labor intensive, and my yard's labor intensive enough. Oh, look at this! Look! Look at him! Look at him! Oh, you've got a hurt wing too, I see. Oh, there's one with a hurt wing too, but not as bad as your sweetie. You've got the worst hurt wing, you sweetheart. Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. I think that's a zebra swallowtail. Ooh, isn't he pretty? Oh. Oh. He's such a good boy.
So who do you have? Let's see.
Black swallowtail.
Okay.
He lost.
Oh, he didn't lose much of his wing.
The back.
Yeah,
He lost
the bottom of the one side, maybe. I can't tell with your fingers.
And he also lost.
Was it in your
a
garden?
Little leg. Yeah, I purposely planted fennel to attract them, and I watched him grow up and hatch and all this stuff.
Gosh. And then
my cat got him today, and so it breaks my heart. But
well, you know what? He'll live out she. I can't tell from this angle. Once he opens the wings, we'll know. I'm thinking it's a female. It is a female. That, she'll live out the rest of her life happy and protected.
Yeah.
So.
She's been a good girl.
Yeah.
Sitting on my finger the whole time.
Probably laid lots of eggs for you, right?
I think she was just hatched the other day. How soon do they lay eggs?
Oh, within 2 days.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. Her wings look rather tattered. I think she's a little older than you given her credit for. Yeah.
Unless she's already been beat up by a few.
Yeah, but the cats. I mean, there might be. You would see specific damage from the cats, but the amount of
I see.
Gray instead of it being black, she's lost it. But it could have been the cat. Could have been just the cat playing. That rubbed off the scales.
Here, she's open now. If you'd like to see her.
Yeah.
My fingers are dirty because I was digging in the mud today, in the soil.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she lost a little bit of her.
Do they grow fast? Do they grow their wings back?
No.
Oh, they don't. They don't do that.
No. That's all they get. One time.
Aww.
I tell people their wing structure is very much like your fingernail ends. Once you get a chip, it's not going to repair. It's going to regrow, but a butterfly doesn't have the regrow. But the chipping, I mean, they don't feel it. They don't have pain. They have sensation, but not pain. They don't bleed. So again, it's very much akin to your fingernail, where you can feel it, but it doesn't hurt if it breaks off or you clip it. And it chips, and once it's chipped, it stays chipped. And that's just the way it is.
And they don't grow legs back either?
Mm-mm.
Aw, sweetheart.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry.
Nope.
They don't live long anyway, do
About
they?
3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just this type, or how
No,
long
all-
did the monarchs?
Well, yes, and there's the only time that number changes is through the winter, because they enter a state, both monarchs and all butterflies. In September, they go into a phase called diapause. And what it is a metabolic slowing down. So that most of our species that are here year-round, I mean, when they're here, they stay here year-round. So in the winter, in September, the caterpillars enter into that phase where they just don't emerge as a butterfly until springtime. They shut down for the winter and just survive within their pupa case. And then in April, out comes the butterfly and starts the reproduction year-round. What happens with the monarchs in September is, rather than being reproductive, they're in survival mode. So they don't stop and court along the way. They just beeline their way down to Mexico for survival.
Right.
When they get into those forests, they enter, it's called diapause, even though they're still adults, they're on the wing, but they metabolically shut off and use almost no energy, no reserves. They just live, and they do live for 3 months because they have shut it down. And then in February, as the days get longer and the warmth of this summer in that region comes, they get active, and at that point they will mate. They lay their eggs, and then they die of old age. So they manage to live almost 5 months, but it's because they just metabolically shut off.
They're so interesting.
Yeah, they're not flying. They're not using any energy. They're just shut down. So there is a means, but normally a summer butterfly, even a monarch, is 3 weeks. It's not until September, October that they get into that phase of diapause, and it's triggered by the sun.
Well, when they die in here, you just see them laying down on the ground dead.
Yeah. And then obviously we collect them because we don't need visitors to see. Normally in the wild, things to come and take them.
Right.
So there are lots of things that will feed off of the dead. That's nature's personal, it's cleansing.
Right.
But because I don't want to bring those in here,
Right.
so I just collect them up and put them in a jar, and there they have to be. But doesn't, like I said, they're just dying of old age. It's not like they're hurt or
I saw an interesting looking one. Is this a zebra swallowtail over
black
there?
and white stripes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, he's gorgeous. I've only seen him in a book. Now, how do I, what does he like to eat?
Okay, now
Oh,
I'm
there
going
he
to answer
is.
that in 2 ways. Because as an adult, any flower will give them nectar.
I'm sorry,
But as a caterpillar?
I asked
Yeah,
the
yeah.
wrong question. I meant, as a
As
caterpillar,
a
what do they
caterpillar,
like to eat?
They feed off of the pawpaw tree.
Pawpaw. Oh, I've got one of those.
Okay. There's one here in the pot, and there's one in the pot. Oh no, the other one's in the ground up there by that umbrella.
Oh.
But that's their only resource as a caterpillar, is the pawpaw.
That's awesome. I'm not giving my sister my pawpaw then.
No. And both of
I'm
them,
going to keep that thing.
both of them are in here. If you wanted to take a look and see what they look like, are covered with eggs and caterpillars. But
Oh,
that's
yeah, I would love
that's
to
the
see.
zebra's host plant.
Oh, yeah. Look, that one's hurt too.
Yeah, well, you know what happens in here is, because we don't have predators, normally in the wild, when a butterfly gets that tattered, something is going to come along and have it for lunch. A bird, a frog,
Right.
a praying mantis, dragonfly, any of those things, because they're less agile, therefore they're the easiest to capture. But because we don't have those predators in here, we have, at most times, some very, very old, tattered-looking butterflies. And people will ask me, well, why do you leave them in here? I mean, they're not pretty to see. Well, Grandma's not so pretty anymore either, but I'm not going to throw her away.
Exactly.
These are the old age butterflies, and they're going to just die their natural death when the time comes. If I put them outside, within minutes, they will fall prey to something. because they just can't maneuver to save themselves.
Right.
So I leave them alone, and you'll have to look at butterflies that have broken wings, because that's what happens.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you get old.
Exactly. A little more than that.
So you brought him to a good
out.
house. You brought him to the senior citizen home
Yeah.
where she will live out her days in protected custody.
Yeah.
Lots to eat, lots to do, lots of friends to visit, and nothing that's going to eat it.
Now I love this. What is this purple plant?
That's called porterweed.
Porterweed.
Porter.
Yeah,
Yeah, porterweed.
I will have to put some of that in my yard. Purple's my favorite.
This is a
color.
neat plant because of the way that it grows. You see these long tentacles?
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, what happens, I'll show you on this one. When the tentacle begins to grow, the flowers begin at the bottom, and then every day you'll lose 2 or 3 flowers, and then 2 more will open. So you never get more bloom than that. It travels the stem.
Mm.
And this one is halfway up the stem already. So this has already flowered, and here's all the petals that have fallen off from it. And it'll travel. And then as this one is going, then it sends out another one and another one. So these have not even begun to flower yet.
Gosh, I love it.
So it's a constant bloom the entire season, but they're never more than about 2 to 3 inches of flower on these tentacles, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it is cool. My husband's a minimalist, and I'm a little mixed bag of everything. So I like I like having things that are dainty too. Aww. Now what kind?
That's a spice bush swallowtail.
Spice bush. Okay. You know, they say that the black swallowtail caterpillars are green, but mine look more yellow. And this is black swallowtail.
Yeah. Well, when you say yellow, I'll show you. These are black swallowtail caterpillars here. And you said they're on your parsley? Fennel?
Fennel.
Fennel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 Well.
Now there's a variety of colors. This one is pretty bold with his kind of neon, but depending on where they are, they might look more yellow. I don't see any more big ones on here.
Yeah, I guess they look like that.
Yep.
Greenish yellow.
Yep.
The book made it look real green, though. Yeah, so.
Mm-mm.
I got the Stokes book from recommendation last year from in here.
Okay.
Which is great. You're being such a good girl. I don't think you want to leave me.
Well, when you're ready, you need to, it's like mom with the kids going to school for the first time. Just put her on a flower, and she'll nectar a bit, and
then
get
go
her
off
strand.
crying.
And then you'll stay. But I'm leaving you in a good place.
Exactly. I'm so glad you popped into my mind today, because I didn't know whether to kill it.
Well, like I said, it will have survived in your garden for some period of time, but it would have fallen victim to something eventually.
Yeah,
because its agility has been compromised. It's just not going to fly very well.
But you don't think being in the cat's mouth hurt it at all? He didn't feel it?
Probably
he
not.
He didn't feel anything.
It depends on, no, if it was just the wings. Now, when it hurts them is if their abdomen is damaged. And usually when a cat is playing with a fluttering butterfly, it's going after the wings. It's going after the flutter. But it doesn't mean that it couldn't have, but I'm not saying anything that looks like there's damage on that abdomen.
I thought it was a bird, and then oh wow, I don't like either one of them to be in my cat's mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got 7 cats, so they're in and out, and I have to deal with this every now and then. I don't like it, but I need to learn how to
it happens, and that's
be a nurse.
That's cat's nature. Well, as I said, unfortunately, there's not anything that one can do. Once they're damaged, they're damaged. There's no repairing them. What you can do occasionally, if you have one that loses a great portion of its wing, you will see that it'll flutter and it can't fly because it's so imbalanced.
Mm-hmm.
Take a pair of scissors and cut the other wing to match them, and they will be able to fly. Just cut it off. Again, think of it like your fingernails. Just cut it off, because if you break one, you're going to probably cut down the rest to be symmetrical. So just take a pair of scissors and nip off the opposing wing so that they can fly again.
Now, if they lose the whole wing,
no, there's nothing you can do.
Just leave the other one or just squish them.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or bring him here.
Yeah. Or just simply turn your back and say, okay, this is what nature has planned for you. You know, you're going to be somebody's lunch.
I know. I get handicaps in my yard a lot.
Mhm.
Raccoons, squirrels. I've got a squirrel that was born with a imbalance of some sort. He falls over.
It's
Yeah.
significant.
But yeah, he just comes to eat every day, and I make sure. But I have
Make sure there's something out for him.
Yeah, so he doesn't have to fight.
Okay. Well, I'm going to finish my task in
Well,
here.
thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And I'll just walk around
Okay, enjoy.
with my baby to see where you would like to go. Let's see. Spider flower. I guess you'll tell me. You'll tell me when you want to go. Oh, I lost your butterfly bush flower. Oh, look. Okay. A candle bush. Ooh, that's pretty. Candle bush. Zenith. Oh, look. You found a friend.
Won't
Oh. Isn't that sweet? He looks like he's missing a little part of his wing, too. Just little pieces. She said that's a zebra swallowtail. Where'd he go? There he is. Do you see him? He has, there, he looks like, oh, there it is. A zebra swallowtail. Pawpaw tree.
He's not going to move.
She said that the only thing zebra swallowtails like to eat as a caterpillar is on the pawpaw tree. So, that's interesting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're neat looking.
Yeah, they are. They're really unusual.
So these are the kind we get around here. That red spotted purple looks neat. Monarch, buckeye, peanut lady, red admiral, gulf frit. Can't read. Luna moth, pipevine, spice bush, tiger, giant swallowtail, black swallowtail, zebra swallowtail, Palamedes swallowtail. Well, he doesn't want to leave me.
This one is not moving.
Yeah, he likes you.
Just staring at me.
There's some fennel. Oh, what happened to that? Oh, that caterpillar didn't make it. You know, I wonder why they don't make it in here. There's a caterpillar that has died on the vine, on the fennel, just kind of cut in two.
Probably,
No, he's folded in two.
probably a black thingy, whatever it's called, black thingy.
Well, you know, spiders can still get in here. And maybe praying mantises too.
There's a grasshopper, I saw him.
Because even though they have the cage, you know, you can't keep insects out. Oh, hello, baby. Hello. Hello. Oh, you like that? 1, 2. You don't want to leave me, do you, sweetheart? Caterpillar crossing, how cute. Here's a coral porterweed. I like the purple. I'm surprised he's not flying free, you know? You just had a hard day. You had a hard day. You had to be in a human car, a human house, in a cat's mouth. So the reason I have more caterpillars is because the butterflies that have hatched, I call it hatched, but have transformed, I guess, have already laid their eggs 2 days after they become butterflies. How cool is that? You might be able to see them in the summer. And he's got a little piece just sticking there. Well, baby, I guess I'm gonna have to let you go. What would you like most? Let's see. Anything in here. Dutchman's pipe. Look at that one. You're pretty. You're pretty. What's the best thing to put you on? Here. Let's put you on the butterfly. There you go, sweetheart. There you go. Oh. Oh. Have a great rest of your life. I love you.